Hi, so here at Rowledge we have sent out some information before about the gaming platform Roblox and some ways to make sure that you can help your children stay safe online. This information wasn't our own, actually it came from National Online Safety, who create brilliant parent guides, and this is a particularly useful one. We have been aware that sometimes Roblox can be used for messaging, and this does give a series of sort of additional risks. Naturally, whenever there are other users that are able to message children, that does bring with it a little bit more responsibility to make sure that that is being used safely and fairly. And whilst Roblox have got some measures in place to try and have reporting functions, etc., there are a few things you can do as parents to enable that a couple of features that will keep your children safe online. It says in that guide about disabling the messaging function and also some parental settings that you can enable that will make sure that your child is able to use the gaming platform much more safely and easily. In case you didn't know, if you haven't sort of got an awareness of what Roblox is, perhaps your child hasn't joined it yet, but you're just watching to see whether or not this is something that might be useful for them. It's an online gaming platform. Essentially, it is games that are created by users and shared. Obviously, with that comes another little bit of risk because users are grading their own age appropriateness when they create a game. That means sometimes some games can slip through the net as well, so always worth monitoring what is being played online. Okay, I'm going to jump into a very quick tutorial just to show you the really simple steps that you can go and do now online to secure your child's account and make sure it's a lot safer in the way that they are using it. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is head to roblox.com and log in with your children's login details. That'll bring up their homepage. It's a useful place to be anyway. You can check messages online on a desktop PC, have a look at who their friends are, etc. Again, I would always recommend keeping an eye on that and making sure that you're happy and comfortable that the people that they may have friended online, they do know in real life. But what we want to do today to make sure that we have changed the settings to make it as safe as possible for use is head to this cog in the top corner and click there on settings. When the settings loads, you'll see there's a range of different settings that we can work through here, including account information, etc. What we're going to do is we're going to head down to, first of all, to privacy. So what you can see here is you've got some contact settings. You can decide from here about who can message each other. You can also turn off contact settings. You can make sure that your children can receive messages from anyone or from nobody. So I've already set these up here, but you can drop to all of them to say no one, and then we know that chat function is off. There's also a chat filtering level where if you do enable chat, you can have a look at the filtering to try and again, it's AI, it'll try and filter out some of that information for you. I would suggest that having the messaging feature off in this particular platform is actually vital for your children to be able to use it safely. If they still want to feel the need to message a friend while they're playing, which I know is a real feature of online gaming, it's probably better to use something like an iPad, FaceTime, or to be able to call each other while playing. That way they can hear each other and you're able to know that it's people they know in real life. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do when that page loads is click onto the parent pin to enable it. That means you can create a 4-digit pin. This pin should be just for parents. This means you can make changes and your children will still have options within the settings, but all of these features that we've just enabled, they won't be able to change without your pin. So pop a 4-digit pin in there that you can remember. You will need to add an email address for this, but again, that's really useful because actually what's going to happen is you'll receive some notifications if you enable those when purchases are bought online, etc. And then once you've set that pin, you can turn on the account restrictions. You need to enter the pin to do so. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that only verified age-appropriate content can be viewed by your children using the platform. I do hope you found that useful. Really simple tweaks that can make sure that your children stay safe when they are using the platform Roblox.